Aquariuses, welcome to your love reading for May 2020. Keep in mind this is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, just send me an email. My information is below. We can go ahead and set that up. Otherwise, let's get to your reading. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, and your insight for Aquariuses, for love energies? May 2020, what do you see? What do they need to know in regards to love to reach their higher ground, become closer to the universe and closer to the divine for their greater good? Any messages you have for Aquarius for love, May 2020? We greatly appreciate it and we thank you. Can you please show me what Aquarius's love energies were prior to May? What were the love energies they passed out of prior to May? We have the 10 of Acorns in the upright. I'll be leaving a link below for what your love interest is thinking or feeling. And in that spread, I will also include what is something you do not know about them and if they are interested in somebody else or seeing somebody else. Love energies for May. We have the 9 of Acorns in reversed. Also check out my 2020 Sun Moon reading predictions that are in my playlist. My 2019s are in there. Ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook and Insta. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate. Let's get to your reading. This card represents moving out of May going into June. We have the 9 of Hearts in the upright. So, kind of interesting what's going on here. So I'm feeling like the energies prior to May that you're passing out of. And I feel like this could be a relationship reading. I'm feeling like it is. I almost feel like I'm missing a page right here though, but we'll probably fill it in with clarifiers. So prior to May, you're in a relationship where, you know, and the responsibilities of the relationship or the expectations that are in the relationship are just too much, okay? It just feels like you can't take on anymore. You're stressed out, you're exhausted, you're overwhelmed. You know, for others of you, what it could be is you're in a relationship and your work or whatever you have going on is affecting your relationship or affecting yourself. I mean, I could see that in terms of singles too. I mean, I try to say whatever the story is and not kind of try to divide it up into whatever single or relationship, almost in a relationship, whatever. But regardless of what the situation is, it's just too much. You can't do anymore, or you couldn't do anymore. And you just felt like, especially if it's within a relationship, you know, the expectations that somebody's placing on you, that they want you to complete is just, you know, too much. You feel like you've done more than enough. You're stressed, you're exhausted, you're kind of over it. As you enter into May, this is where it's absolutely too much. The expectations are beyond, and it gets to the point where this person approaches you, and every time they do, you feel very defensive. You feel like they're attacking you. You're paranoid. You're just always on edge. You're walking on eggshells. You feel like they're going to come up and they have something to say, and whatever they have to say, it's very negative. It's very critical. They're opposing you all the time, and I feel like you're just kind of over it at this point. So I feel like in May is where the twig actually snaps. Now, the 9 of Hearts here is where I'm having, where I feel like there's a page missing. Because all of a sudden, May moving into June, you're happy. Happier than you've ever been, very content. I don't know if it's with this person, outside of the relationship. Your wishes are coming true. You're in great health, great success. So I don't even know if that's something external, but it just goes from this to all of a sudden that. You can even see it in the color. Like this is really brown and gray, and then all of a sudden this is like very red and very lighthearted. So I'm going to pull clarifiers because I want to see what's going on with that. Sometimes we don't see the whole picture, and maybe if I pull clarifiers, it'll help me transition into that 9 of Hearts. Why is the 10 of Acorns here in the upright for Aquarius energies prior to May? Okay, you want this relationship to work. You have a connection to this person like no other, and you feel like it can be solved. So even though there is a lot of, so prior to, because of the connection you had with this person, and it was very strong at one time, and it is very strong. I think that this is somebody who, I mean, you might think you're never going to meet anybody else like this again. Maybe you have a lot of things in common. Maybe it's a very deep commitment the two of you have. Maybe you invested a lot into this, whatever it is, but you don't want to give up. And King of Wands has you believing you guys can overcome this, that you have the power to overcome this. And if you're determined, you can kind of make it happen. Whatever you guys kind of set out to do, or you yourself, it can be overcome. And also, you have a very passionate connection to this person, great sexual chemistry. I mean, it seems like a lot of that is there. It just seems like all of a sudden, all the problems are kind of stacked up against you. And with the Magician card here, I feel like you have all the belief that you can improve this relationship, that you can manifest a new cycle. So, I mean, I'm almost feeling like despite the problems you guys are having, I feel like you have all the hope. Maybe you're thinking about, because the Magician card is about using his power to kind of make things happen, and using every resource that's available to you, every tool that's available to you. So maybe some of you are even thinking, hey, if worst comes to worst, we can go to counseling, we can kind of figure things out, maybe we can get therapy singly or together or what have you. But it looks like you have enough of a history that it seems like you want to try. But I feel like it gets so bad you're not necessarily sure that you can do it anymore. And I feel like it's the other person kind of picking at you, kind of chipping away at your soul. Why is the Nine of Acorns here? Now, this person could be, just because I brought up the therapy aspect or hoping that it can improve, this person could be mentally, something could be wrong with them. And in that case, you're going to have a hard time kind of, fixing that or helping with that. Why is the Nine of Acorns here in reverse? Who's this person? What's this energy? Why is the Nine of Acorns here in reverse? Love energies for Aquarius. Okay. Okay, so I think it does get to a point where the two of you actually, you either, I don't know if you use outside intervention or what have you. I see you moving on victoriously in regards to this relationship. I see you guys communicating a lot, talking a lot. It doesn't even have to be intervention. It might be just sitting down. I'm done. I've had it. I'm finished with this. I can't take anymore. You need to stop doing this. You are. And I almost feel like for some of you, you position it to this person as in, like I said, you are chipping away at my soul. You are breaking my spirit. Do you want to break my spirit? Do you want to change me from who I was when I first came into this relationship? And kind of appealing to them like that, making them a spectator rather than kind of being in it, is what's really advantageous in how you guys kind of work it out. And the Moon card here, which is the card of Pisces, indicates to me you guys are having these deep psychological discussions that you need to have. You're kind of unearthing what's underneath the surface, connecting with each other like on a subconscious level, an intuitive level, and kind of figuring out what is going on here internally that is causing this. And I feel like it's the other person, but the good thing is, like I said, with the Eight of Wands, you guys are talking it out. You're going back and forth. And as a result of this, it causes, things to move forward quickly in a really good direction, I feel like. So the Nine of Hearts, and I'm glad I did those clarifiers, because the Nine of Hearts says, hey, we get back on track. We're happy. We're fulfilled. We're content. All we needed to do is go deep, have the conversations that we needed to have. And now I see you very happy and content in your relationship. Now, the Nine of Hearts, it's not the Ten of Hearts. So, of course, there's still some stuff that needs to be worked on. But I think all over, believe it or not, in May, it gets figured out. Why is this Nine of Hearts here in the upright for Aquariuses as they move out from... So we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Swords in reverse. And that's the other stuff that needs to be worked out. So I feel that like things do work out. You're happy again. But I'm not going to lie. I think like the 10th cup just got shown to me. So I think there's still some problems that are going to need to be worked out as you continue to move forward in this relationship, because nothing's perfect. But I think this conversation that you had was a catalyst in the right direction. So some of the things you're going to run into, one of the things is somebody kind of feels, someone takes advantage of the other person. They feel a little bit entitled. They feel like they can walk through the relationship and do what they want whenever they want to do it. So that still kind of exists. That kind of needs to be worked on. There's somebody here who is either you or the other person or both of you. At times you're going to say to yourself, damned if we do, damned if we don't. No matter how we kind of decide that there's too much to this. There's too much to this relationship. There's too many negative things that are going on. and we're going to have a hard time kind of overcoming it, and difficulty deciding what we should do and which way we should go. So I think there's definitely going to be times moving forward where things kind of dip and you're questioning things and whether you should. And there is going to be disappointment. There's going to be sorrow going on. There's going to be tears. You guys are still going to have an impasse. There's still going to be things that need to kind of flesh themselves out. But again, I think this was a catalyst for that to kind of happen. At least there's forward movement and things are happening. And if you don't kind of flesh these things out, it really isn't going to improve, right? So it's on the road to happiness. Ace of Cups in reverse can also be somebody repressing their feelings. So maybe the other party or you doesn't want to talk about things, is being very detached. And that's something else that kind of needs to be worked on with that 10th cup. So that's what I have for you all. If it resonates, consider personal reading. Just send me an email and we can go ahead and set that up. Click on the link below for what your love interest is thinking or feeling. And in that spread, I will include something you do not know about them. And if they're interested in someone or seeing somebody else, check out my 2020 Sun Moon predictions in my playlist. My 2019s are in there. Ask me a question on Instago. Check me out on Facebook and Insta. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate. Otherwise, adios from Veronica Garnett. See you later. Bye.